Yeah, so if there's nothing good on television that particular evening, you can log into PageSense and look at session recordings. So session recordings is probably the simplest thing to set up. You are going to say, I want to create a new session, and you're going to give it the domain you want to track. Again, you're going to tell it the number of recordings, how many in this experiment do you want to look at? And oftentimes this goes hand in hand with A/B testing, because you're going to want to say, wow, what is the behavior? And what you're able to do once you set this up. Oh, by the way, then the audience, again, key element here is setting up that audience. Who do you want to track? Who do you want to record? You only want to record. Great thing with this is I'm running Google Ads. I've got this specific page for Google Ads. I want to track that page. I want to track only visitors coming in from Google Ads. I want to see if that's what's getting the traffic, what people are doing. And this is going to show you what they're doing in real time. So you choose your audience. And then you've got a whole privacy feature here. So this is kind of interesting. If you're doing a recording and maybe you have a website where actually visitors can go and look at their account and see that, they're change their credit card information, do all of those kind of things. You probably don't want to make a recording of that, because maybe someone internally could look at that, get the credit card details, get all of those kind of things. So you actually can eliminate elements, you can eliminate inputs, you can hide specific URL query parameters. So if it's this URL, we're never going to record that. You can do all of those kind of things. And again, I mean, the real reason you want to go ahead and do this is set the privacy settings is because there are a lot of things that might be on your website that you really don't want to make a screen recording of that. So once you've got that done, you've set it up, you've given it the URL, you've chosen your audience, you go ahead and you launch it, and it's going to start recording all of your visitors when they come to your website, or at least the ones that you've segmented out. And it gives them these crazy names. They're kind of funny. So it basically comes up with all these various names, and it's going to tell you how long they were on. Did they hit any of the goals you had for them? How many pages did they go to? What device were they on? All of those kind of things. And so I kind of went through and chose one at random to give you an idea of what this looks like. But if you click into any of these, in this case, we've got the adorable water buffalo. It's going to give you a recording of what happened, how long they were on, what the resolution of their browser was, what browser they were using, how they came in. And then running down this side, you'll see basically all of the various parts and what they were doing. So you actually can scroll down this and just jump to any part in the recording. And you also have this nice little scroll bar across the bottom, and it gives you numbers as to when they did a significant change, left a page different. So you can kind of jump through and jump ahead. And having watched a few of these, and I hadn't done it in a while, it's really interesting the level of distraction it appears that people have. They will come into a page, and then I think an email came up, and so they go over there, and they're just, and you can kind of see this was a 10 minutes, and the person basically got distracted here across the bottom for about 2-3 minutes, and then they came back in. So really fascinating. But once you have this, you just can kind of go through and you can see, well, then this person went ahead and they clicked on resources, and you can see their little mouse is hovered over support plans there. And so then they went ahead and they, clicked on support plans, and that took them to our support page. And then a little while later, they went over and they wanted to look at our web services. And that's just kind of it. It's a real-time recording. You are watching their mouse move around the page. You're seeing where they click, what they do. Things like this, you want to be really, really particular on the pages. I mean, it's not really valuable as what happens when people come into our homepage. Maybe it is. You want to just do a limited test, take a look at it. You get a lot of that, I think, from heat mapping, Tyler, as well, what they're doing, where they're clicking, where they're going. But this is, I think if you're setting up a particular page where you're anticipating a certain behavior on that page, you'd like to see if people are actually following what you're trying to get them to do. Screen recordings can be very valuable.
Yeah, I will say one extra little thing that screen recordings can be really useful for is if you do have this integrated with Intercom or Sales IQ, where you're actually using this to chat with users live on the website. Those integrations actually allow you to look at the screen recording for that chatter. So if I were to, maybe I go to a website, I try to find something and I chat in saying I can't find it, the customer service member can actually reference the screen recording and see where that person's already looked to maybe able to understand their need better or help them out faster. So this can be an interesting tool, especially when integrated into some, on-page customer service efforts.